Hey everyone. Sorry I'm tardy. I was right on schedule until I wasn't. And I've been trying to fix something over here. Welcome to SciSwag. I am Sia's sister, Susan, and we're going to take over her channel for the day. And we're going to make whatever we want. And what we want to make is a duffel bag. We'll make the Taylor convertible duffel by Sophisticated. And I won't do the whole thing today. I will probably just do the exterior and then I'll get on again and finish. So it won't be a crazy long video because we're just all learning and I am kind of learning as I go on this one. So thank you for being patient. Hello, hello. So I was winding bobbins right before I started thinking I'm going to be so prepared and have on extra bobbins. And I forgot to take my bobbin case out. And so you know what happened next. All the thread started wrapping around the bottom and I had to get someone to help me lift the machine and do surgery, and now I'm all sweaty from it. But we are here. We are here. We are here. Name the movie. We are here. We are here. We are here. All right. I think it's all caught up. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining. Saya is so sorry she hasn't been able to be on lately. She's been working like crazy, just not able to do a lot of videos. So she'll come back to it. In the meantime, you're stuck with me because I haven't done my June sew yet. So here we go. The Taylor convertible duffel. When we're done, if we do it right, it's going to lay out like this and be like a garment bag, and then the flaps come up, and if we don't do it right, it'll still be cute. It'll be a nice attempt. There's different things you can do. Sarah, you will always buy my bobbin. Thank you, Sarah. I bet you wouldn't have made that mistake I just made. That was so silly of me. So silly of me. Yeah, so we're going to work on the exterior. I hope you guys are doing great. It is June. I live in the desert. It is hot as you know what outside. And so I am super glad to be in the nice, cool basement. And I get to sit down and sew, which I won't even be ashamed to admit that I look forward to it now. And I think about it. Oh, people have turned me into this bag making person who dreams about which bag to make next. I blame you all. I still have duffel bags and office supplies, and I will not apologize for it. If you're on our Patreon, we're about to do a Johnny B duffel so long. That was another one I really wanted to make. So I thought we would do this one. Hi, Kathy and Kathleen and Mimsy and Alice. Awesome. So many people here. Hey, Susan, can you do a video on how to thread, make tension adjustments, and how to change the needle and wind a bobbin? I just bought the same machine and could use your help. Yeah, I could do that, but did you hear what I just did, winding my bobbin? But I could do that because I can show you what not to do because I just did it. Sometimes disaster is the best teacher. That's actually the truth. Sometimes when you mess up, it's like, oh, okay, I won't do that again. That's life. But yeah, I could do that. I've gotten to where threading it is easy peasy. I don't adjust the tension much. I mean, when I first got it, I had to make some adjustments, make sure that it was good. But I don't mess with it much anymore. Okay, I realize that I've made the same mistakes, but truly love watching your videos. And who'd ask better than someone using it for the first time as well? You know what? I agree. So let's do it. Welcome to the dark side of sewing. All right, my friends. I have prepped quite a bit because I was afraid this video would take too long. So I'm going to do 2 parts. Exterior right now, and then I'll come back on either late tonight or tomorrow morning, and I'll do a second part where we do the interior of it. I'm using all Smoothie Smooth, and so like bonded poly and water resistant canvas. Nothing too thick for this one because it rolls all up and you want it to lay out flat. And so she doesn't suggest using vinyl or anything like that. Did you get your machine fix? So I did call the shop and he told me that for the wheel not to squeak, I just need to put the pedals slightly down. The other part he wants to look at where it's rattly. I'm supposed to take this cover off and send him a picture of it, but I can't get the screw out and I'm like stripping it. So I'm waiting until my brother can come over with the perfect tool and help me. So yes, we're in the process of getting it fixed. I just have to get that screw out without completely running it. Okay, so we are going to be doing, there's different versions of this bag. You can buy the binding version or the birth version. I'm doing the birthing version, and it actually says it on it when you buy it. So this is the birthing version, okay? And because I didn't want to do a million things bound. So I don't know which way's better because I honestly haven't done this one. I'm doing it with you as we go. There are pockets on the outside. There's pockets on the sides, the front and the back. There's mesh pockets on the inside. There's a garment bag on the inside. And I couldn't quite figure it out, but it looks like there's an option to do like a shoe compartment, which I'm not doing this time. I'm just doing two side pockets with mesh on the inside and like a nice pocket on the outside. There's also an option to put these little tabs, and I'll show you when we get to that point, that cover where all the zippers come together is optional. So anything that was optional, I took out for this first time because I figured let's just do the plain Jane basic version and see how we go. So the only piece of vinyl I'm using today is for the base, and I did put some Peltex on it to give it a little bit of oomph on the bottom. And I'm really bad at reading comments. So if I don't see a comment and you ask me a question, just ask it again. And eventually I'll see it. My earrings are from Heartwood and Hyde. They've got music notes on them too. Jay's the best. The shoe part is on the binding version. Oh, okay. Well, that's why mine's not the shoe part then. Mine's just the two pockets. Laura, did you make this one? And did you love it? I know some people have made it. I love duffel bags. Okay. So here we go. We are going to start with, I'm just going to go in order. There's some prep stuff that I've already done. I've already done some zipper prep. So we're going to do one of our panels first. I'm using Smoothie Smooth from Tulip Bee. And, oops. I'm just using good old seatbelt webbing for this one. Because, why not? All my hardware and zipper tape is from SciSwag. Because I get the sister deal for that one. That's called What's Your Deal? I'm taking it. And then all of the Smoothie Smooth is from Tulip Bee. The water resistant canvas is from Wonderground. And a partridge in a pear tree. Okay. So we're going to just take it right in order. I've already prepped my zipper for this part. All I did was put a tab on one end. That's it. Put some tape on there. I have put my tag on already. And I've got a lining. So we're going to start. I'm just going to move something really quick. So I can move my camera and still see my pattern and see all the things. All right. Woo! Sorry about that. Okay. Now I could do this this double view, right? The problem is that my table shakes really bad when I do it. And so maybe I'll just do it if I'm doing a lot of talking. But other than that, I'll take this one off. So we're going to just start by making this pocket, and I'll take this view off just so it won't be too shaky. You'd like to see how these duffels fit in an airplane under the seat. Well, you know what? If I get it done in time, I'll try it because I'm going somewhere. All right, so we're going to make the front pocket. I decided to put this tag at the bottom. You can put it wherever you want of the front pocket. All right. And so we're going to take our zipper that we have already prepped. Oh, you know what? Looks like it was supposed to be a 90-degree turn. Well, that's great. Good job. We'll do a 90-degree turn real quick. Won't hurt anything. Okay, we'll finish prepping this real quick. All right. So on this pattern, one of the pockets has a zipper to the top, and the other pocket actually has a zipper to the bottom, and I'll show you why. It can convert from a slip pocket to a trolley sleeve. So right now we're going to just do the good old zipper pocket that has the zipper towards the top. We're just going to turn this into a 90-degree turn real quick. Not sure how I missed that. Well, whatever. It might end up being a little bit short, but it won't be the end of the world. It won't be the end of the world. Okay, so just do your little 90-degree turns. Oh, you know what I should do? I should burn it. You like the camera? Okay. Oh, yeah, I can remove that. Can do. Is that better? Oh, yeah, it was covering up. It's covering up everything. All right, so I was really excited when this bag came out. I found a free duffel pattern a while back, and I've made it a few times. It's the safari duffel. I just found a free pattern. Made one for me. I think I did a video at one point. I made one for my daughter, my youngest daughter, and then my older daughter wanted one. Her roommate wanted one, and then one of the seniors that was graduating this year wanted one. So I've made a few of those safari duffels out of wax canvas, and they're just a really simple. It's just a really simple classic duffel. But every time I see a duffel pattern come out, I kind of get a little googly eyed, and I think, ooh. But to tell you the truth, it always feels way too overwhelming. And when I cut this pattern out, there were so many pieces that I was kind of feeling anxious, like I almost a few times thought, no, I'm not going to do this for a video. This is crazy. But then as I started looking at it, it's only crazy if you think about the whole thing at once. But like, I feel like each little step we can do. You just take things one step at a time and don't worry about the whole thing. There's nothing too crazy in this. And I'll even show you, it calls for Velcro for the garment bag portion of it. I don't have Velcro. And so I'm going to use a magnetic snap instead, just to see. I think it's good to know if you can just use what you have and not have to wait or go get something else. I have snaps, so I'll try that. Okay, now I'm ready for business. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our zipper face down on the front of the zipper pocket. And I have my centers marked on my pocket. So I'm just going to mark it on my zipper just to make sure I'm good. All right, face down. I'm going to do a good old zipper sandwich and put the lining also face down. All right. We're going to do, I tend to use a lot of tape. I know you can just use clips if you want to. I find especially with this bonded nylon that it's a little bit slippery sometimes. And so I just don't want it to be wonky. And so we're just going to put a little tape. Saya, is that you? Hi. Sarah, I got the boxes, and I have to tell you, you put those little extra 3D animals in, and my girls loved. I mean, I took a couple, and I decided to share, and they were going crazy, and they loved every single one of them. I'll have to show you guys. I have a little rainbow llama. It was amazing. You the best. All right, here we go. We're gonna sew this together and then turn it and top stitch it, just per usual. See where my zipper is. Just gonna move my zipper out of the way. Thank you. I love this fabric too. I bought it I got it a while ago, and I have been kind of waiting for the perfect bag. Now this bag calls for a lot of material, and there are a lot of big cuts, and I didn't have all enough of one thing to do it all the same. So you're going to see that I'm mixing and matching colors and types of material in this quite a bit. And I feel really good about that. I've decided, oh, well, that's just how it's going to be. Okay, she suggests that you trim the corners before you turn it and top stitch. So I'm going to do that. My bobbin sounds like it just, yep, that's what I thought. It got caught in there somehow. There we go. I will. I'll take pictures. Yes, the swag dash is coming this weekend, you guys. We're so excited for our first swag dash event. We're hosting a class of 10 people on industrial machines, 2 days in a row. So 10 people one day, and mostly a different set of 10 people the next day. We're making the Annabelle and the Susu, which I have practiced. I'm all ready. And we're just really excited. It's so fun to be with people face to face. And I know I'm a little biased, but my sister really is a great teacher, and it's fun to watch her teach in person. She's very good at what she does. Okay, and once you've top stitched across the top of the where the zipper is, and so now you've got your lining and your top, you're just going to baste around the whole thing so we can put it on the main panel. Yeah, she is so patient. She's really very good teacher. I mean, the joke is that I had been doing this for quite a while before I ever even watched one of her videos. And when I finally watched one of her videos, because I was trying to make something, I called her. I was like, Kasaya, you're actually a really good teacher. She's like, gee, thanks. But I just hadn't ever watched. I didn't know. All right, just space around all sides of this. Well, the 3 sides that you need to. If you're putting a tag on, you would put it on right before this step. I decided to save time and do it pre-video. Okay. Excellent. Now, we're going to take our main panel, and I went ahead and marked already. Just once again, I was just trying to save time. But she gives a marking in here, a measurement, and you find your middle, and then you mark across it. I actually did it just in pen. But when you attach this, you're going to be attaching it, kind of looks like it's upside down, right? And I'm going to sew this on, and then that's going to come down right there. Okay. So I'm going to match up my centers. And before I sew anything, I'm going to actually measure on both sides to make sure my centers are really there. I'm going to just stick a ruler underneath it so I can see where my center is. I'm going to put it right on the marking. Oh, my center's a little bit off. There I am. Okay, let me just measure. It's so close. So close. It's like an 1/8 inch off, so we're gonna call it good. All right. Okay, now with it like this, you're just gonna go ahead and sew right across that zipper tape to attach these 2 layers together. Linda, we are making the, what's it called? It's coming to me. The Taylor convertible duffel by Sophisticated. That's it. Okay. Okay, and then all we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this down. All right. And we're just gonna close it up. Bada bing, bada boom. She says you can put tape right here to hold it, but I'm wild. I'm living on the edge. I'm just gonna do it without. Mwahaha. This pattern is so fun to see. Yes, I'm excited for it. All right. Want to make sure it's not pulling weird. I'm at the tab side, so it's got just a little bit of bulk on right here. Okay, just basting all around. All right. And now we have a front pocket on the panel that is a zipper pocket. Now you can certainly choose to do the pocket a different color. Maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay, so then the next step, we're going to do the back side too, which is the opposite one. So I started this other one to save time. So it's the same thing. It's the same pocket, but instead of putting it right side up, you put the zipper side down. Now I did do it backwards, but that's okay. The zipper is down, and then we are going to be basting up the sides on this one. And so then if you unzip this, it ends up being a trolley sleeve. If you zip it, it ends up just being a slip pocket. Now I want to show you something that I did, and I don't know if it was the way, if I did it right or if I missed a step, but I decided not to go back and fix it because I think it's fun to figure these things out. I put this pocket together the same way, which means I have 2 raw edges right here. Okay, so I've got this raw edge that's going to be the top of my slip pocket, and I don't really want that. Now, like I said, she may have actually said to do it a different way, and I missed it. Doesn't matter because I'm not going to go back and redo it. I'm just going to do something that's a creative fix. And so, what I was thinking, let me just grab some real quick. I thought we could just put a little bit of fold over elastic along the top. I'll just put this elastic on the top, And we are going to just finish that edge. Okay, why not? I could go cut something that matches and make it look perfect, but I think I'm just going to do it this way to show that you could just do a quick fix to this if you want, and it's creative. The edges are going to be covered by straps, so you're not too worried about closing the ends off, but I'm just going to do this. Okay, I'll cut the ends off here, the ends off here. Now instead of a raw edge, I've got this nice little binding there. So that's like I said, she probably actually said to put it together differently and I missed it, but I decided not to even worry about it. I decided it's just as fun to fix it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew up the sides to keep it completely attached, okay? Yeah, Kathy, I have to think outside of the box because I make so many mistakes, but sometimes, to tell you the truth, I like the fixes sometimes better than I liked the original, maybe not better, but as much as the original plan. Sometimes the fixes are fun. Okay, here we go. You're not going to sew across the top on this one because it's going to be a slip pocket from the top. And if the bottom's opened, it's a trolley sleeve. Bada bing, bada boom. Which I think is super clever. Okay, now I'm going to go to this other side. This is the side with the tab. So I'm just going to kind of push it down, make sure I'm not totally wonky here. All right. Boop. Boop. Okay. So you should have a slip pocket if the zipper is closed. And then if the zipper is open, you have a trolley sleeve. All right. Awesome. Then you're going to take a length of webbing, or you can make a strap, or these are going to be our handles, however you want to do it. Once again, I have seatbelt webbing from my sister, I assume. I probably helped myself to it one of the times I went, hee hee. Amber, you were just using this print? It's awesome. I love this print. Okay, so I've already put some tape down. So all I have to do right now is I need to do some measurements. And I'm going to make sure that I have it somewhat even on both sides. Okay, so it should be, yeah. What do you think about that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I was working on it.
What are you working on? Do you want to show the people? I'm sure they'd love to see it. Oh, no? Okay, you don't have to. Okay. Hi, Melissa. Okay, and I'm going to put the strap so that it will cover the edge of the pocket that I just put on. Okay, so I've got tape down on that side. I'm just going to come to this other side and just make sure it's the same distance. Pouring rain, Minnesota. Oh, really? Oof, I would love some of that right now. It's hot here. Hi, Teddy. He's barking. He hears someone. Little does he know, it's Gabriella. Okay, cool. All right, so now that I know they're even, I'm going to do a measurement from the top that tells me where to stop. And then another clever thing that's going to show us where to put our box, okay? So that's going to be my stopping point. That's going to be my stopping point. And then at this part right here, we're supposed to be doing a box. All right. So I have this cool template from Jolie Lee. Leslie sent me these. Is this the right one? No, it's 2 inches. This is for 1.5 inch. It's just a little rectangle box. And you could do a 2-inch rectangle, or you could do a 1-inch rectangle. A 1-inch square, I guess it would be. And I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna draw this. And I'm gonna take this to draw my X. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Did you eat lunch, Gabriella? Did you eat lunch?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Remember, I had to like.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so next, hi to Gabriella. That's Linda, the one who was on the cruise with us. She says hello. And Rose says hi. Okay, now we're gonna just do the classic sew up the strap thing. We all know how to do that, right? I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna come up and do my square or my little X thing, and then I'm gonna come back down on both sides. Okay. Why is the pocket upside down? Or are my eyes wacky? Your eyes are not wacky at all. The pocket is upside down. So I'm doing the back panel first, and then I'll do the front panel. The back panel has a slit pocket, or if you undo the zipper, it's a trolley sleeve. So that's why the zipper's on the bottom, because it gives you the option to do a trolley sleeve or not. Okay, I am actually going to change out my bobbin real quick to a different color, because I don't really want the thread to be, I don't know why. I don't know why it matters. But in my heart, it matters right now. So I'm going to do matching thread to the webbing. So I've got this, I don't know, it's probably Silver Bullet or Koala or Storm Cloud. I don't know what it is. All right. Let's do some straps. I went slightly out of order in one thing. There's a zipper that's going to go across the top of this, but we're going to come back to that in a minute. In case anyone's has the pattern. All right. We are making the Taylor convertible duffel by Sophisticated Craft Designs today. Probably just the exterior for this video. Partially because I don't want to rush it. I want it to be nice. And coming up to my X that I have marked. You don't have to mark. You certainly don't have to, but I mean, you can. You could also do rivets in this if you'd rather. Or you could do both. Okay, I'm just going to come all the way down this side. And here we go. I think for good measure, I'm going to go up one more time. I'm going to go up inside of it. Just to add a little strength to it. Okay, cool. Let's do another one. Oh yeah, thank you. Sorry, I'm not looking up very much. Oh, hi, Christy. Thank you. This is Tulip Bee Smoothie Smooth. So bonded poly nylon or I don't know. Smoothie Smooth. Love it. And it sews up really easy and nice. It's not so thick that it's going to give the duffel bag a hard time. Something sounds off with my bobbin. Do I even dare looking? But I feel like it's durable and thick enough that it can hold this. Kind of like the happy medium for this bag, I think. Okay, last diagonal. And then down this side, and then we'll just repeat the sides one more time. Oh, it's freezing every so often. Oh, I'm sorry. What speed is my machine at? I don't know, between 800 and 900. So not super fast. Kasaya's is definitely faster. When I used hers, I was like, whoa. All right, so minus the zipper on the top, this is the back panel. All right, so there's the back panel with a trolley sleeve, or if it's closed up, a slip pocket. All right, let's put that aside for a minute because we got to come back to do a zipper on that in a minute. Here's the front one that we just put on a second ago, and this pocket actually is facing up. It's regular. So we're going to grab our other seatbelt webbing and do the same thing. Just make sure it's not twisted weird. And I am going to try to put it the same distance so that my handles actually match up on both sides. Hi, Annette. Hi, Laquita. You had yours on 2000. Oh, he, oh. All right. And I'm just putting it the same I did on the other side. Hoping for the best. Okay, and then we did a marking. Oh, that's why. I did the marking lower on the other one. Oops. Well, I'll just do it the same here. Oh, it's because it's a different pocket. Come on, what happened? 4. No, I did it right. Okay. It's going to hit differently on both pockets because one pocket is flush with the bottom and on the other side it's not flush with the bottom. So there's that one. Then I'm going to draw my handy dandy squares on. Okay. All right. So same thing. Up one side, down the other with an X at the top. Bada bing. The great thing about this matching thread is you can't really see this. The bad thing is that my X's are beautiful and you can't really see it. That's okay. Just gonna do one more big long rectangle. Just give a little extra strength in case we pack this baby to the gills. Okay, there you go. Oh, I'm not feeling well. I hope you feel better. Okay. Same thing on this one. I might have pulled in a little bit. Is it gonna drive me crazy? Yeah, it's gonna drive me crazy. Give me just a minute. It just went a little crooked. If it was the back of the bag, I probably would let it go. But I'm just gonna undo a few stitches where it went crooked. And I can see it on the back. Starts right there. Just gonna redo a few of these. There's not tape all the way up here. Maybe I should have taped all the way up. That was just silly of me, wasn't it? Okay, I'm just gonna come in and do a little back stitch over this one. Since the thread matches, it won't matter. Otherwise, it would drive me crazy. Wrong way. That's not gonna help a dang thing. Okay. To keep that going straight. The back stitch, make sure I'm locking that other one in and doing my best. Huh. Did I do it again? Maybe. Yeah, it's a little better. If I was using contrasting thread, I probably would have unpicked it and carefully tied off the old one and then dropped in there. But since it's not contrasting, I just went over the other one that was there. That makes sense? All right. We're just going to do our extra row of stitching. Okay. Oh, enjoy your work day. Thanks for joining. Uh-oh, you guys, I got it twisted. I sure did. I got it twisted. Is there any way to do this without having to undo it? No, we're gonna fix it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a new design feature. Didn't I just say I was checking to make sure it wasn't twisted? That was silly. Okay, almost there. We're just gonna come up with a creative fix for the handle. Okay, there we go. So I had some scrap literally in the trash right by me. I did. I sewed it for posterity. But you know what? This is fun too. Take this, posterity. Okay, I'm gonna find as close to the center as I can. Okay, got it. What was Leslie's idea? I missed it. Yeah. All right. I think I've know what I'm gonna do. Buckle it. Yeah, I just found this luxe. This is this pink is what the side pockets are made out of. So it'll tie it all together. Only those of you who watch the video will ever know. Am I right? I have to make sure it's right. Tape on the wrong side. That would be so embarrassing to do the same thing twice. Actually, either like it or not, I actually wouldn't be embarrassed by it. So maybe that's the problem, right? Maybe I should be more embarrassed by it. Okay. So whatever we do this side, obviously we'll go back and just do it to the other side. It's going to have this nice pink embellishment because the gray was so boring. We just couldn't leave it like that, could we? Nope, nope, nope. We don't make mistakes, we make happy little accidents. You know what? Totally. This is just a happy little accident. Because the gray webbing just needed a little pop. Okay, I'm gonna fold this side under so that there's not a raw edge here. Probably should have done that for those sides, but that's okay. Under. I'll make sure I burn the other side really good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The good news about this is if this doesn't hold, it's a part of the bag that I can get to later if I want to do something else. All right. I'm going to switch back to my pink thread for this. Yep. I know Bob Ross was the best, wasn't he? Happy little mistakes. Am I doing it right? I don't know. We're about to find out. Once again, if this, is it right? Oh my gosh, is it wrong again? That's hilarious. That's funny. Funny. Okay, if I want this to be like this, and I go like this, and like this, ha, there we go. Thank you. It's funny. Okay. We will now make our beautiful, beautiful accented handles. With pink thread though, because I think that will look really nice. Yeah, you saw it, Annette, you saved me. Now, alternatively, you could rip the handle out and do it again. But I will fully admit, I kind of have fun doing little fixes. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sew up the sides. And then I'm going to do some down the center to catch that seam in the back. Okay. And one more side. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. All right, I have a seam on the back right here that goes up and down. So I'm going to sew it up. Most likely there was some tape on that. So I'm going to clean my needle real good. The thread got caught in there. Okay, and just for funsies, I'm just going to do 2 more lines of stitching, just so it looks more like, you know, on purpose, which it totally was. Nice. One more line and I'll show you what it looks like. Huh, it's kind of cute. All right. There we go. There's our handle. Okay. I'll probably do the other one off camera just to save time, but I'll just make the other one match this one. It will be our little secret. Okay, cool. Now we've got our front panel, we've got our back panel. Does your needle stick with the tape? It does eventually. Yeah. So I have to just keep wiping it off because it does get super sticky. Yours doesn't? You're lucky. Lucky ducky. Okay. Now, full disclosure as always, this pattern called for, let me read it correctly, separating zipper, which I thought was normal zipper. But it's the kind where the zipper is like a jacket zipper. And I didn't think it was a big deal till I got to a certain step on Saturday that I was prepping and I realized, oh no, the bag has to zip all the way flat, unzip all the way flat. So I hurried and got on Amazon and got some separating zipper. So there is a chance that I am not doing this right. Because I've never done this before. But I think, so it came with, in fact, let me show you how it comes. All right. I bought a pack that just has a bunch of colors. All right. And it comes with 2 zippers on it. One is facing this right here. Okay. This one is facing this side that has these 2 little, and that's like a jacket part, right? So what it had me do, and I hope I did it right, is I cut off one end and one zipper, right? And then what I did is I put a 90-degree turn here. And so what I have left can come all the way off and stay on one side, which I'll do later. I'm not going to do at this minute, just because we're gonna move on with things and it might take me a second. So if I did it right, then we have a fully separating zipper, which means when the bag's all put together, I can undo it all the way flat and then eventually come back and put it together just like you would a jacket. And it's not a raw edge. So once again, did I do it correctly? We will only know when we're done. So that's kind of fun, right? It's like a suspense. The pattern is called the Tailor Convertible Duffel by Sophisticated. I'm a sucker for duffels, office supplies, notebook covers, messenger bags. And those are the things that just make me go, ooh, I want to make that. But I'll be honest, the Taylor duffel and the Johnny B, I love them to look at pictures of them, but they feel really overwhelming. And when I was cutting this one out, I was really kind of regretting my decisions. But as you can see, it's just one little step at a time. And I think the whole thing will be like that. And by the time we're done, we'll have a magical bag and we won't even know how it happened. And we'll say, wow, those handles are amazing. Right? Okay. So if I did this right, then I have a removable zipper in the correct way. I had to really kind of do a little bit of guessing on this one. So I'm going to put this is my front panel. All right, I'm gonna make sure my zipper's facing the right way. You can take your zipper apart to do this, or you can do it together. I'm gonna do mine together just to make sure I have it lined up, and then I'll take it apart for the next step. Okay. Mark the center of my zippers. The center of my panel is already marked and open for business. All right. Boom, boom. Here we go. After this, we get to put this together with a base. And then we'll start working on our side pieces. Okay, just gonna sew that up. I'm gonna get this out of the way. That's funny, Diane. Me too. Office supply shopping? Yes, please. I don't know if I missed any comments, so sorry. I wasn't looking up. I was too busy making my designer handle. To tell you the truth, in person, it's kind of fun. Looks good. I maybe should have done it a little bit bigger. It'd be more comfortable, but I could always fix that off camera and change it. All right. Here's to hoping I've done this zipper the correct way. We're gonna go ahead and, does it want me to top stitch? I don't remember actually. That's funny. It doesn't say to top stitch. Doesn't that feel wrong? I should trust the process, right? Trust the process, Susan. Trust the process. Oh, hi, Valerie. Welcome. It's a little Susan takeover. Maybe I shouldn't talk about myself in third person. That's creepy. All right, I need to find, that's funny. I was going for the other part of the zipper. Found it. It's right here in front of me. Okay. I kind of want to just top stitch it, even though it doesn't say to. Just a minute. I'm going to read one more time. I thought so when I was reading it before. It didn't say it either. I couldn't find it. Separate zipper from. Make sure this is Trump. Weird. It really doesn't say to. Do you think it will hurt it if I do? Don't top stitch. Laura, you saved me. Thank you. Laura saves the day, everyone. Trust the process. I don't know why I don't trust it sometimes. I think maybe they forgot. No, how about just do what you're told? Okay. All right, and once again, you can separate this zipper to do this step, or you can keep it together. I just decided to keep it together so I can make sure they're the same, they're even. She said some of her testers preferred it that way. So we're just gonna do it that way. Here we go. Excellent. Okay. So now we've got part of a duffel bag. Okay, now this next step is to attach it to the base. But I'm gonna have to take these pieces apart. So here's to hoping I did this right. Please, please, please. No, it worked. The zipper stayed on one side. Hallelujah. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Tammy. Okay, so we are going to take, I just noticed I didn't I didn't rub all the chalk marks off. I just have just a vinyl, and it's got Peltex on the back. And I just did a few stitching in it just to keep it together, and I put some purse feet on it already. Okay, so I've got my centers marked. Hi, Kimberly. We are sewing the Taylor Convertible Duffel by Sophisticated Designs. All right. So I'm going to clip this, and I'm just burning this webbing. It's trying to fray. We're just going to go right sides to right sides. Line up your centers. And I'm just checking my seam allowances over here. And then this one we do turn and top stitch. All right, we're gonna do this for both sides of the bag. I don't know how big it is, Evelyn. I'm about to find out. I haven't made this before. So why not make it on a live, right? Right. Truth is, I don't have time to cut out another one. I was gonna cut this one out, practice, and then do a video, and I'm just out of time. And so I thought, oh well, the practice and the video will be the same moment. Oh, your view went black? Shoot. Anyone else? It's big? Okay. I like that. Here we go. We're going to sew it at a full seam allowance, turn and top stitch. Right? Make sure your seam allowance is pressed towards the base. Oh my. This is cute. I'm doing the birthing method, yeah. Ooh, she's big. Okay. Just making sure that seam allowance is pressed towards the base. Looks like I got a little close to the Peltex, and so it's wanting to pop the other way. So I'm just going to keep checking it. Excellent. If you want to be extra, you could do a double stitch there. If I wasn't on a video, I would absolutely do double stitch everywhere. But I shall respect your time. All right. I obviously need to come back and mark off, push all the chalk, clean all the chalk marks off. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Big. Did I not catch it? Just a minute. It's okay. All right. Next side, same thing. Bottom to bottom. This is the side with my trolley sleeve slash go big or go home slash slip pocket. That's right. Go big or go home. I actually can't wait to see this one all put together. It is going to be fun since I actually haven't done one. I'm going to be surprised. Can you have a look? Yeah. See the bottom? It's just, I just did lines. I was going to do a big old design. And then I thought, Susan, calm down. Just sew lines. One of my toxic traits is that I make everything way more complicated than it has to be. If there's a difficult way to do it, I'll find it. I'm gonna get this, hit this webbing under here. I don't think I burned this side yet. Okay. All right, if you're just joining us, this is the Taylor Convertible Duffel by Sophisticated Craft Designs. Craft Designs. And she does have a video for it. She does. I watched it. Believe it or not, I don't usually watch videos, which is pretty funny. Because I always think, I don't have enough time. But then I waste so much time doing things wrong, I should just watch the video to start. What a concept, right? If anyone's interested in doing an event with us in Ohio, we're doing a swag dash in Ohio, and registration is going to open on July 1st for that. We're coming to Springfield, Ohio, and we're giving it's Kasaya who's teaching, 8-hour class on a Saturday and on a Sunday. It's like the last weekend in September, I think, although my calendar's not in front of me at this minute. Registration starts July 1st. There'll be 10 openings for each day. It's fun. We're doing the Susu and the Annabelle, and t-shirts and tumblers, and we'll have food, and it'll just be a fun 8-hour hangout where we learn some bag making stuff and come out with a beautiful bag. So anyway, just put a plug in that for that. I've had people ask when the registration is for that. All right, let's flip this thing and top stitcher. Oh no. That's hilarious. Is that a problem? It's not a problem, right? It's a couple stitches, and then I'm going to come back and top stitch anyway, so this should be okay. I caught that zipper tape or the zipper pull right in the seam. I wondered why it felt thick. Duh. All right. That was funny. Is that a problem? Where in Ohio? Springfield. It's west. Way west. It's at Makerspace Studio, owned by one of our swaggies. Oops, I'm doing that wrong. To the other side. I know, I'm amazed it didn't either. I'm very lucky it didn't break just now. It must have like perfectly gone right over it or something. So maybe mental note to self, don't use a dangly zipper at the bottom. I honestly wasn't even thinking when I put this on here about it dangling. I just thought, oh, that's cute. Peltex is trying to creep up, so I'm just trying to get everything folded underneath it correctly. We haven't done Indiana yet. Nope. We are going to do some of the Northeast states. I'm going to be contacting people this week about that. We've had a lot of people sign up. We'll probably choose 3 of the states to do. And then we are doing Montana in July. We are doing Kentucky in September, right after our Ohio Swag Dash. And then we'll do Wisconsin in October. So that will bring our count up to 25. Isn't that crazy? It would be an anti-theft pocket, right? No one could get into it. Okay, so now I have this whole thing sewn up. No, it's hard to see the whole thing. I'll just kind of like move it through the camera. Do, 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 do. Okay, we're gonna put that aside. Big Bertha, my goodness. And we're gonna move on to our next step. So let me pull all the pieces that we need for our next step. I think I have them in a pile.
Mom,
Yeah.
I got more done.
You got more done? Can I see it?
Yeah.
Do you want to show it to the people of the world or no?
You can.
Okay. Whoa, that's cool. Gabriella's been making another dragon today. She says it's not done, so don't judge. What's this one's name, Gabriella? No name yet. She's been in her room making. She designs it, draws it, colors it on paper, and then makes like a cardboard cutout and then attaches it to it. She makes little things for her fingers. Her shading is getting really cool. So that's what she's doing. Sometimes she goes, Mom, I have an idea. I have to create. I'm like, go for it, girl. Okay. You need 2 D-rings and some webbing, which I've just folded and got ready. So we've got those ready to go. You need 2 zippers that are quite long, actually. So here's one of them. I put 2 zipper pulls on it. Here's the other one that I already sewed one step together because I wanted to make sure I understood it. You need these 2 zippers, and I already put the tabs on it. All right. Some of these pieces I'm going to put aside because I'm actually not sure. Oh, yeah. This is for the zipper gusset. We're going to be making a zipper gusset. Okay. This is a side gusset pocket exterior. This is a side, not gusset, sorry. Yeah, side gusset. This is side gusset pocket lining. You need 2 of those. And then you need some mesh. And I put full over elastic on top of the mesh. Okay. Gabriella, they love it. I've already sewed one pocket, so we'll do the other one in a minute. So you need the pocket linings. You need the tops. And these tops already have Decaville light in a square on them. And then you need another pocket lining. And this pocket lining has a strip of fabric plus the Decaville. So that's what you need. You could also have on this one a something called a snap button tab, but I'm not going to do that. Like I said, anything that was optional, I left it out for this time. Just so, I don't know, simpler is better to start. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is finish preparing our zippers. So we already prepared these 2 zippers. They're ready to go. And we already prepared this one. So now we're going to make this one. It's a zipper gusset, I think is what it's called. All right. I'll tell her you guys loved it. She went in the other room for a minute. She creates all these characters and they all have backstories and names, and like there's reasons for the colors. Usually one side is different than the other. Although these ones look really similar to me. So, okay. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Zipper gusset. We're just going to make this be a continuous loop. All right. Now, I realized when I cut it out that the exterior zipper tab should have been the same side as whatever my pocket is. It's not, but I decided not to worry about it. It'll just be a they loved it. They said that's cool. They love it. Looks incredible.
Thank you.
Amazing. And Natalie says it looks like a racing dragon.
I know, it kind of looks like Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. That's funny.
I didn't mean for it to.
It's cute though. Good job. So I just have some double-sided tape. I'm putting right side to right side. Right side to right side. And Sherry, yeah, we're a very artistic family. It's kind of funny. It's a miracle we get anything else done because we're always like, our minds are needing to create things. It's pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to sew these on first and then I'll do the back part. Okay, now I'm doing the exterior. not the exterior, the interior. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I had to really think about it when I practiced it. Okay. Okay, so if we did it right, then we turn it and it should just be one loop, right? So we're gonna top stitch. We're gonna top stitch here, but I'm also gonna go ahead and baste around the edges so it kind of stays fit. Hi from the UK. You're never late. It's just a party whenever you show up. I was late and it's my own video, so cheers to that. Okay. Figure out which way I want to go here. And we're just going to go around the whole rectangle right now. Make sure your zipper pulls, of course, are already on before you do this. That would be so embarrassing, wouldn't it? Okay. Once again, I didn't understand. I didn't see the vision when I cut this out. If I would have seen the vision, I would have actually made this solid pink to match my exterior sides. Instead, it's just going to be this random dash of color. But I decided I don't care. It'll be fine. I don't think anyone in the universe is going to be like, oh my gosh, why does the bottom part of that zipper not match the pocket? Pretty sure no one cares, so I decided not to care. But if you're looking to cut one out, this will really blend in with your pocket if this is the same side, same color as your outsides. But once again, I didn't have enough material to do everything out of one material, so I was just grabbing different things and just using whatever I had. Okay, so now, did I miss the first few round of drinks? I'm sure. Sure you did. It's funny. Okay, I'm just marking my centers here, and then I will not clip my other ones, but I will actually mark on them. Just want the tops and bottoms of these marked so we can, for the next step that we use this zipper tape for, we're going to need to know where our centers are. I'm going to use an actual pen so I can still see it. Okay, so there are our two zipper gussets, and then we have these two side pocket zippers. So that's what you need for this next step, is those things need to be prepared first. Okay, so we're going to put those aside for just a minute. The next thing that you need to prepare for these pockets is the mesh. And I did go ahead and I put fold over elastic on the top. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay it right on top of this pocket. I'm going to do my best to get it even all around. And I'm just going to baste it on. Now this pocket is cut at a rectangle. The mesh part is cut at a rectangle. The side piece actually has a curve to it. So we're going to sew it from the back so we can follow the curve. And then we'll just trim off the excess. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so front part, rectangle, back part. It's got this little curve, so I can see the curve on the back. So that's why I'm gonna sew it from the back. And you're just basting this on. Time for bed. Okay, good night. Sleep tight. We're probably just gonna be doing the exterior on this video. And I'll hop on either late tonight or maybe tomorrow morning, and I'll finish the rest of the interior and put it all together. This is my first time making this bag, so I'm not gonna rush it. All right. Now, you can see there's a little bit of mesh hanging over. We're just gonna trim that right off. Okay, and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to sew up the middle. All right. So I'm gonna do something really quick. Figure out the best way to do this. On my middle notch here. There it is, middle notch. I just want to know where I'm aiming. Ah, chalk just went everywhere. Okay. I'm just going to go up the middle and right back down. Just turn it, come right back down it. All right. So now we have our two. These are going to go on the inside of our bag, and they've got little mesh pockets for them. So these ones are all ready to go. Okay. Put those aside. Next thing we're going to need to do, if you were doing the cover clip, which if you get a pattern, you can, and I can show you later where that is, you would do that next. But we are not going to do a cover clip because it was optional, which I translated on as we don't need it. So the next thing you need is these two that have Decaville light already put on them. And this lining piece that has fabric and Decaville light. And this one. Okay. You also need, oh, yeah, okay. It just says to get those ready. So we're going to do that in a minute. Next, we're going to put our actual pockets together. So we need pocket, lining, and zippers. This is my exterior. The pink is my exterior. This mint is a interior. Hi, April. This is Smoothie Smooth from Tulip Bee. This is Luxe from Wonderground. Sorry. Wow. My brain went away for a minute. So we're going to make sure that the zipper is the way you want it. And we're going to make a zipper sandwich. Okay. Get that zipper pull out of the way. Zoop. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and put a little more tape on this so we can make a zipper sandwich. You could clip it if you'd like, but I would like to tape it. There are different options in purchasing it. So this one is the birthing method. I don't hear your machine making music clanging sound. I did call and he helped me with the pedal, but it's still a little rattly because I can't get a screw out. So we're still working on it, but I was a very good girl and I did finally call. Aren't you also proud of me? I mostly did it to prove all the disbelievers wrong, mostly Kasaya. Love you. Okay. I'm just going to do both while I'm at it. Make sure your zipper pull is facing the direction you'd like it to be. I can never tell with this stuff. Smooth? I don't know. We're going to pretend that that's the front. Same thing on this one. We're going to put a little tape on this lining front side, and we're going to go right side down onto the zipper. And then we're going to sew these together and then flip. And this is one of those ones where it doesn't say to top stitch, which makes me crazy, but it's probably something that I don't know. And so I should just follow the directions. This is me trying to convince myself to not do what I want to do. Follow the directions, Susan. It's going to be okay. All right. Here we go. Sew it together. Check where your zipper is. Just gotta check and make sure your layers haven't slipped where you don't want them to be. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, it says trim corners, flip out. I'm just reading to make sure it really doesn't say to top stitch. Oh, it's making me crazy. Okay. Okay, and then what we're gonna do next is we are putting our flap right side down onto the zipper. like so. Then we're going to sew that together. We're going to flip that one up. Okay, there's one of them. This is kind of exciting to see it come to the pockets come together. I'm excited to see the whole exterior. It's big. These pockets are huge. For sides, this is a side pocket. Holy cow. Hi.
Hi.
All right. Just about have this one. And once again, you can clip if you want. I'm using tape. Okay, here we go. We're going to sew this together. There's one. And the next one. Hi, Christine. You go? Okay, I'm going. One stitch at a time. Right? This doesn't look like it lines up. Just a minute. Before I get too far on that, I just want to scoot it over a little bit. It looks a little bit crooked. Look, that's only like 4 stitches to take out. Bada bing. Bada boom. Yeah, that is not straight. Let's try that again. I mean, the difference might have been hidden in the seam allowance, but oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, let's try this again. All right, let's see where we're at. See if I'm sticky at all. I still don't know why we didn't top stitch. I'm trying to trust the process. Let me just stare really closely at the picture to see if I just didn't catch that. I'm trying to trust it, you guys, but I want to top stitch so bad. Tell me to leave it alone. Hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just reading one more time just to make sure, because I feel like it really would look incredible. All right. So I'm going to be sewing my strap anchor on. Okay. So those are these things that I made and I put somewhere. All right, just webbing, a D-ring. Maybe the stitch comes when you put the lining in. Yeah, maybe it does. Maybe I missed it. But okay. We're gonna sew these on next. Just trying to center it with my top notch here. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about switching thread colors again. We're just gonna go crazy and do pink on gray. We're out of control. But you know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna use my handy dandy box tool. I'm not sure if I can get this close to the D-ring, but we'll try. Here we go. Once again, I'm sure you could use rivets instead of doing this or in addition to doing this. Oops, I should have put a little thingy back there, but I didn't. Whee! Wow. Box template for the win, you guys. Look at that. Bada bing. I am making, here, I can even put it up here. I am making the Taylor convertible duffel by Sophisticated Craft Designs. And right now we're working on the side, it's called the side gusset piece. And it like attaches with pockets and everything. So next we're gonna put our D-ring and strap on the next side. So I have some Decaville on the back and I just tried to, you're supposed to try to center it. So now I'm just gonna make sure this next one matches that one. Is there a better way? Probably. 1.5. This, it's just a little acrylic cut out from Julie Lee. And she has different sizes, like for different straps. Like this is if you have a 2-inch strap, this is a 1.5-inch strap. And it gives you the option of doing a rectangle or just a square. And you just set it in line with it, draw it, and then draw the X in it perfectly. So just kind of, I mean, it's the same idea as using a ruler, but a lot less thinking, a lot less measuring. You just pop it on there. Okay. Let me see if I can get this about the same as the other one. The first one's all fun and games, right? Because you're just putting it down. There you go. Okay. Same idea. I'm going to draw my template on it first. Once again, you don't need this, but if you have it, sure makes it easy. Leslie from Jolie Lee Creation makes these. Evelyn, I've had them for a while, and it's the first time I've used them because I always forget that I have them. But I thought, ooh, this would be a perfect time to use them. And sure enough, my X's definitely, they definitely look much better today. Famous last words right before you do an X, right? I should not have said that. All right. Okay. Now I have these two pieces with the anchors on them, or the D-rings on them. Okay. So my next step is to take one of these that I have not top stitched, and I'm making myself be okay with it. Okay, and I'm going to turn. Oh my gosh, did I do it wrong? Please tell me no. Just a second. Hmm. Let me think about this for a minute, you guys. That can't be right. Okay, I just see what I did. Well, that was fun. Did you guys like that? Hmm. Hmm. The picture was showing that there was already an X in it, but it looks like this anchor is actually going to be sewn here. and it's going to go into the Decaville that's here. So we're just going to have a chat, and that's okay. Do I have any upcoming concerts? I am currently off season. Our season starts up again in September, so I'm right now in the process of choosing and programming for next year's concerts. So we're going to do a holiday concert in November, we've decided. And then we have a February concert where we're going to feature some soloists. I have a violist, clarinetist, and then I'll probably bring, those are people who are in our group, and I'll probably bring someone in. Thinking maybe a percussionist, which would be really cool. And then I haven't decided our theme for our end of the year concert yet. We did like a pops one before. It's always a winner to do a pops one, but I need to get creative. I can't just be doing pops every year. Or can I? I don't know. So if you have any great suggestions of orchestral pieces, I'm all ears. All right. So the confusion came in that one of the steps said to baste, to get the Decaville and the strap and baste it. And then the next step that said to put these together showed an X. And so I thought that I had missed that step. So I hurried and sewed an X. But it turns out what we're going to do is we're going to attach our lining piece, and you want the one that's got the Decaville on the back, okay? And you're going to put that face up, and then you're going to put your exterior pocket gusset that we just made also face up, and we're going to clip these layers together, and we're going to baste all around it to start. And then this one, we are top stitching, but it looks like we're just top stitching above. So here's where the top stitching comes in. I knew it was going to happen. So let's clip this together. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, yes. Yes, yes. That only took me a few seconds to rip that out, so it's all good. Broadway would be really cool. All Broadway. It's a great idea, Mimsy. It's a really great idea. I mean, I did a few Broadway ones last time, kind of mixed it with the pops. We did like a People's Choice, and so it ended up being a lot of that. Okay. Let me just take a second to, oh, Gershwin would be fun too, yeah. If we do Broadway, you'll make a trip from Vegas or out to Las Vegas. Well, I will let you guys know what we end up doing. That concert, that end of the year concert won't be till next April. But I have to hand in all my recommendations soon to the board. Especially if I need money, right? Gotta have money to buy music. All right, I'm just gonna catch this other one up. Ooh, Harry Potter would be amazing. If you missed it, I sewed the D-rings onto one of the pieces with Decaville, but it turns out I was supposed to sew them on the other piece with Decaville. So basically it gets sewn through both of these pieces of Decaville together once we sandwich all these pieces together. So it's going to give it a nice sturdy anchor point. So rather than just going through one, we're going to put it through two. It just gives me another chance to do more X's. I'm so excited. I was hoping to practice more. False, I was not. Huh. Okay, we're making the Taylor convertible by Sophisticated. We're talking about music. We're ripping threads. Happy Monday to you. Contemporary artists would be amazing too. Young composers, yeah, I actually wanted to do a composer concert, but I probably would do that the fall. I would have to announce it for an entire season so people can get their stuff in and we could vote on it. Like if, we could do an actual competition, feature their pieces and all that. It might just take a little bit more time out. That'd be really cool. It's a great idea. I wondered what the square was on the pink. Yeah, well, Mamsie, you wondered before I did. I wish I would have wondered. It's Decaville. It's for this very thing that I am. This ring here. All right. That wasn't so bad. Sometimes I always think ripping is going to take forever, but honestly, it's not that bad. Okay. So we're going to put our lining piece right side up, our pocket piece right side up, flip it all together, baste it, top stitch on the top zipper, then add Mr. D-ring. So let's do them both. Guest conductor, that'd be fun. Yes, we do want to bring all sorts of guests in. If we had a guest conductor, maybe I could play the horn. Oh, have the young composers come and do it? Yeah, that'd be really cool. It would work if I opened it up to schools in Vegas. The community where my orchestra is outside of Vegas in a smaller community. And there's just not as many people. But yeah, if we opened it to the schools in Las Vegas, I could talk to the director of music in that district. That'd be a really fun project. These are all good ideas, you guys. Once again, I use a lot of different types or lots of different colors and stuff of material because it takes a lot of material. And I didn't want to go buy more just so it would all be the same. So it's just kind of a color here, color there, whatever. All right. We're going to baste around the whole edge and then do a top stitch here and then attach the D-ring. I like the idea of top stitch. Yeah, it only calls for the top. I don't know why I didn't top stitch this piece before I attached it, but I'm just going to pretend like there's a purpose to this. And if there's not, then joke's on me. This is Luxe. It's not vinyl, it's I don't know. It's scratchy. Can you hear it? So it's a little bit thicker than Smoothie Smooth, but not as thick as vinyl. Oops, I missed a little bit. I'll have to go back to that part. Maybe I'll go back real quick before I get too far. I just went off the edge. Crazy driving. Let's try that again. I think I just took the curve too fast. All right, we're just rounding up the other turn, and then we're gonna go and just to top stitch along the top part of the zipper. Just got threads everywhere. What a mess. Let me just get a sip here. All right. Top stitching here. I'm just cutting off the tab just goes a little beyond the curve. I'm just going to clip that off. Okay. There's our pocket. If I top stitched the bottom before I attached it, it wouldn't have closed it, right? So I didn't know why I didn't top stitch it when I turned it. So now only the top is top stitched. But once again, either I'm not reading the pattern correctly or it doesn't call for it. So I'm trying to trust it. Could I have possibly misread it? Absolutely. All right, we got that one basted. We're going to top stitch that one just on the top zipper or the top of the zipper. Okay, and then I just heard my bobbin spin. It might be time to switch a bobbin out. It went spinny spin. All right, now I'm going to come back to this step that I thought I had already done. But now we have to do it again. Let's switch this bobbin out real quick. Oh, yep. It's all loose and it's at the end. Might have been enough for one strap though. Better safe than sorry. I think I know where I can get some more thread. Wah, wah, wah. You know, if she never would have gotten me into bag making, I wouldn't steal her stuff. So it's actually kind of her fault. Am I right? Oh, there goes the squeak. I didn't have my foot on the pedal. you're just joining us, we are making the Taylor convertible tote from Sophisticated Craft Designs, and we're gonna just doing the exterior for this video, and then I'll hop on probably tomorrow and finish the inside. I am doing the birthing method, but you can also buy a binding method. I'm not sure if one is better than the other, or easier, or looks better. I don't know. I suppose it's like most things, it's probably just your preference. Okay. There. Now it's going through both layers of Decaville. And I've got a pocket on here. Let's do our next one. Same thing. I'm just going to measure it, make sure it's the same distance, so my bag's not wonky when I try to put the strap on it. Okay, here we go. And I can still see the X that was on there from before, so that's why I didn't remark it. It's not perfect, but visible enough. So you can see there's the front, and it's gone through this layer, plus this pink layer has Decaville, so it's gone through 2 layers of Decaville, and there's a strap that goes from here to the bottom too to give it extra strength. Extra strength. So there's your 2 side pockets. Okay. If you were doing the little tabs that cover things, this is where those would go, but we're skipping on to step 26. Okay, so this is where you get your zipper gusset. It won't matter which one you start with. I have 2 matching zippers on this one and 2 other zippers on the other one, so they're not the same. We are going to, I don't know how I should do this, so we're putting them right sides together, and I can't decide if I want to tape it or just clip it. Actually, I do know what I want to do. I want to tape it. I think it'll be easier, so I'm going to tape the whole thing, okay? Okay. So I'm just putting tape on the edge of this zipper gusset. And I'm using the 1/8 inch tape, that way it can stay out of my stitching. Hi, Mary Lou. How are you doing? This is going to be a good sized duffel, you guys. I'm so excited to see it. Colors aren't me at all, but it's fine. I'm just making it to make it. All right. You know what? While I'm here, I'm going to take time to tape the other side too. It's going to be easier to do it now than after I get one side on. Boom. I'm doubting myself for a minute here. I'm looking at the next step, wondering, I hope I did all these pieces right. And I'm just going to do one side, okay? My dog would actually, even though my dog is overweight and super fluffy, I think Teddy would totally fit in this duffel. I don't think he'd appreciate it, but he would fit in it. Okay. I promised my daughter I would take her to the craft store to get some more cardstock for her dragons after this. So it's very serious. We go through paper, markers, hot glue, pens, and tape like nobody's business. Because she makes a million prototypes first. Okay. Here we go. We're going to go right sides to right sides. If I can find where this comes off. I've got my centers marked. So I'm going to do my best to line up the center at the bottom and then the top. And then I'm going to work everything else in. Once again, you can clip it. You don't have to tape it. But I think for me, taping will work better. But maybe I'm going to regret my choice. So we'll see. It's the curves that are rough, right? You've got to just kind of push it, work it in there. All right, let's do the top. Make sure I'm not twisted, like a certain strap that will not be named. I wonder if I could just, it might be easier, right? To open it. Yeah, I think that's going to be easier. I'll just open the whole thing. I wish you lived closer because I could have donated so much cardstock to her. Oh, yeah, cardstock. We go through black and white cardstock. And white printer paper and sketchbooks. She goes through so many sketchbooks, putting all her ideas down. But I think it's awesome. So I absolutely support it. In the video, she used clips for this, not tape. And maybe she knows something I don't, and maybe this is dumb. But with all the curves, I thought it might be easier to set it with tape. Ooh, that's tight. That is tight. It doesn't want to go in, you guys. I might have to maybe do clips and tape. Okay. Same. I have tons of cardstock. Oh, you do? I used to. I used to have a never-ending supply, and now my supply has ended. So we'll go take care of that. Now, I know that if I was doing a normal gusset, I would put little snips in it. But honestly, I really hate to do that with zipper tape. So I'm going to do my very best to get away with just kind of forcing it to fit without doing clips. Wish me luck. So either my seam allowance was off on my zipper gusset, or it's meant to have wrinkles. Yeah, I must have been off a little bit. I'm just working it with my fingers, thinking good thoughts. I'll put some clips over the troubled parts. See if they can just make friends a little bit. Oops. Clips are flying. All right. We're almost ready. So now we've got our side pockets. We're going to attach it with this zipper gusset. First this side, and then another side, and we'll flip it. Oops. Well, whoops. Guess my fingers aren't working anymore. That's a sign that the video is almost done, right? Okay. Woo. Was the tape worth it? I don't know, you guys. Here we go. Let me check my seam allowance. They just keep saying, trust the process. I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay. So when you do this one, there is a different seam allowance for the bottom than there is for the curve. So just be aware of that. When you get to the curvy part, you're going to do less of a seam allowance, okay? So all this part right here is less of a seam allowance. And now it just dawned on me why we didn't use tape, because we're sewing into it. Do you think Gabriella could design a dragon bag? Probably. Probably. That would be so fun, wouldn't it? Would she want to? I don't know. So since I'm sewing into tape, I'm just wiping it every little bit. It is keeping it nice and still, though. I don't necessarily regret it. How about that? definitely a tight fit. But knock on wood, I don't think it's wrinkled at all. I should never say that before I'm done. That was really stupid. Okay, we did it. We did it. Hi, Wild Pony Designs. Oh, that's nice to know. Machine oil. Okay. So now we've got this pocket, D-ring. I wonder if I did that wrong. I might have. No, that's right. Okay. I'm not trusting the process. That's what's happening. Okay, next, align the side gusset lining with a mesh pocket to the exterior, right side together. But you know what I don't understand about this? And this is why I'm hesitating. Is because if I sew this right sides together and then I flip it out, the pocket is in here where it's not finished. You see what I'm saying? That's why I keep thinking, huh. You see what I'm saying? Oh, maybe that goes with a whole different part. Okay. This is going on here, not the other one. This is going with the zipper part in between. Face down. Face down like this. I'm just going slow to make sure I'm doing it right, okay? Okay, well, it's right. Trust the process, Susan. Come on. All right. We're gonna do this step right here. And then, see, and it even says again, to trust the process. Okay, Susan, you can do it. I am not actually going to tape this time. We're gonna see if there's a difference. And then all we have to do is sew this together, turn it out, and top stitch around it. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, it's because the zipper opens the whole thing. That's what it is. This zipper is not for a pocket. The zipper opens the whole bag so it becomes flat. That's what it is. I'm realizing now. I'm thinking, okay, why is this not making sense? That's why. Okay, we're good. So we're just gonna go right sides together. With this, I'm gonna clip this kind of out of the way so it doesn't come up and decide to have a party with everyone else. You stay down there, you. Okay. Now I'm confident. Oh, this side's much easier to put on. Man, this bag is going to be awesome. It's going to be so big. Okay. Seam allowance. All right. Here we go. We're going to leave an opening right here. And we're going to sew around and then a little mini turn and burn. Just making sure your zipper is laying flat. Your zipper tape. You can kind of fill it with your fingers here. Peek under if you have to and just squish it down. Squish. I know, Cindy, it is going to, isn't it? It's going to be huge. If this is just the side, it's going to be fun to see. Oh, my D-ring's popping up. Get down there, you. It is not your time to shine. Okay, and then we're going to come off right here. Okay, well, trying to backstitch, that didn't work. Wipe my needle clean and mini turn and burn. right, we're just gonna turn it out, put a little tape on the bottom to close up our hole. And then we will top stitch all the way around. All right. And put a little tape right in here. I'm trying to close this part up. Make sure I have it the way I want it. Busy day for you, Joanna. I hear ya. Okay. If you're just joining, it's the Taylor Convertible Duffel by Sophisticated, and we are almost done with our section for today, for this video. The exterior, really cool actually. So cool to see it come together. I'm gonna beat that seam down. It's a big seam. We'll see how we do. So this is the part I told you, if I knew what I was cutting when I cut it, I probably would have done it this color so it all matched. But I didn't quite have a vision of what I was cutting. So I was just like, wee, I'll cut this and I'll cut that. So whatever. All right. Ooh, these seams are pretty girthy. All right, I know my bobbin is fairly fresh. I wonder if there's something I could have done to make that seam less. Well, we're just gonna go for it and hope for the best. Everyone think good thoughts. We're just gonna top stitch around this guy and then show you all the parts we have, and we'll stop right there for this video, and then we will come back and do all the interior parts and put it all together. All right, here we go. Oops, didn't like that. My thread just came out. Not sure what happened there. It said, nope, not today. Okay. Huh. I mean, this seam is so thick, you guys. I'm a little worried about it. What can I do? What if I trim that? I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to trim some of this away. Should I? Yeah, I think so. Just have to be careful not to cut past. I'm sitting here thinking, why is that so thick? Did I miss something? I think that helped a little bit. We'll find out. Don't do it? Well, I did it. So too bad. Ooh, jury duty. That's cool. See if I'm catching it. Don't know. Natalie, I should have not done it. I can already tell why I shouldn't have done that. I don't think I caught the mesh. That's okay. I'll just do a top stitch on the other portion too, and it will catch it. What time tomorrow? It will be in the morning because I teach in the afternoons. So I'll get up and add it in the morning. Wow, that was a big seam. I can't believe it went over that. Very impressive. You should make this bag. Why not? Just one step at a time, right? Ooh. Off to college graduation. Oh, that's so awesome. Tell her congratulations. That's such a great accomplishment. Okay. I will show you why my friend Natalie said not to trim it. And I will show you what I'm going to do about the fact that I should have listened. So I trimmed this because it was so thick, but now this didn't catch anything. So what I'm going to do, this is folded now underneath here. So I'm just going to do a stitch across the bottom. Wait, is that right? Across this bottom part. And it will catch that seam. And it will be decorative. And people will be like, oh, I love that double stitch. I'll say thank you. There. Did I get it? We may be triple stitching. Let's see if I got it. All right, one more. Give me a triple stitch. Nothing wrong with that. Saya would die. She'd be like, what are you doing? Triple stitching, what are you doing?
Finished? Wait, are you doing one?
Yep, I'm almost done. It's almost time. I haven't forgotten. That did it, guys.
Dragon, but I'm not a big fan of it.
Really, why not?
Because the hair is too
Did you give it a name? Oh, that looks cool. I think it looks cool. All right. I put some extra stitches in the bottom. Triple stitching is all the fad. That's right, Tony. It caught it. And it looks so fancy. Just kidding. Okay. Let's see what we have. This next part is crazy. And she says, don't think it's crazy. And I'll do it on the next one. But what we have to do for this next part is we have to actually cut this zipper right here. We have to cut it and do 90-degree turns. Because when all is said and done, we're going to be opening the whole bag. Gabriella, they want to see your dragon, baby. Okay. All right. So let's see what we have. We have our sides. I'll finish this one in a minute. Okay, we have our side pockets. And we have the exterior, which is huge. Huge. There, I'll put it right here. Does it have a name yet?
Nope.
Okay. And here's what she's been doing. While we've been creating.
The other side one's better.
Oh, that's cool. She makes us keep all of our soda tabs. She has a whole jar of them. She says sometimes oh, there's a tongue in it. That's cool. Ooh, that's awesome. I love it. Like a mohawk. All right. That is this installment of the Susan Takeover for June. You guys want to get a scope of how big this actually is? My hands are stretched almost all the way out. That's the exterior. And then the pocket, of course, is going to be the end. So you can kind of see the form of a duffel. That's cool. Wow, that's a big bag. Okay, so I will hop back on tomorrow morning and we'll finish this tailor sewed up between 9 or 10 Mountain Time. I'll try to post a link at least 30 minutes before I actually go live, maybe even an hour in the morning, and we'll finish up the tote. All right, thanks for joining me, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow, maybe. Okay, bye.